Yeah, it might be. Hey, what up, people? What's up, suckers? Watch out. You up in this bitch. I look mad. I don't like the way this looks. Hold on. Does that look better? Or wait, let's see. Alright. Fuck it. Maybe I'll take this off. What you guys think? Alright, fuck it. I'll leave it on. Alright. What up, what up, what up? How we doing? See, that looks too yellow. Alright, fuck it. I am the last ape. Okay. What's up, Joaquin? Broadcasting live from Earth. You got it, dude. I was up in New York City today. Went back. Had to go to my club, to the job. And I will say, I was coming back around. It was like 5:30, like rush hour. And those of you who've been in New York, been on any of like the trains, it is like sardines, like packed. Luckily, I got a seat, and it got packed after, and people arguing and shit. And I was like, one of the first times, I was like, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that shit every day. That's an upside. No fucking annoying trains in the burbs. All right, what we got? What we got? What's up, Eon? That's why I like you, Eon. Your profile picture is one of the dopest profile pictures you could pick as a boxing fan. Literally. That man, Marvin Hagler, was one of the only men to be a superstar without popping off his mouth outside the ring. They said the hottest salsa came from New York City. Like dance move salsa or like burritos salsa? What you mean? What's up, Alberto? Usyk is going to keep the belts. I'm starting to see some anger and fury that I'm starting to think is real. Shout out to Pretty Boy Marco, Big Tia, and big up to all the pints of sour sops across the galaxy. You heard her? Did you guys hear her just giggle at that? Are you making it right now? She's literally making the sour sop right now. It's kind of obviously our routine. I get on this, kids go to sleep. I get on this. She makes the tea, and she goes and watches, like, I don't know, some Lifetime movies or something. How'd you get into the comedy business? I was a comedian briefly for about 4 years, but I realized I'm not very good at it. I don't like doing it, and I'd rather do the business part. And my wife grew up, her grandfather came from Italy off the boat. He ended up literally like the true American dream. He came from Italy, he was an immigrant back in the 50s where the Italians were looked at as like the scumbags of like all the immigrants. And he ended up building his own building and turning that building into a dinner theater and a bar. So she, because of her grandfather grew up in the bar business her whole life. So I figured I knew how to run comedy shows. She knew how to run a bar. Comedy clubs are essentially, you're just making money off alcohol. You're selling liquor and providing entertainment. So we got like borrowed shitload of money, started with way less money than we should have, borrowed a whole bunch of it, and started it. And that's how it happened. Hyped for Usyk Fury. What do you think about Ishmael Davis? I don't know who Ishmael Davis is, and I don't know much about Boyachuk. What you think? You tell me. You school me. See, these are fights that are below my bougie radar. I got a bougie boxing radar. What you laughing at, Rob? What's up, Mike? Fight can't arrive. I know, man. Blessings. What's up, 8K? Cool story. Thank you. And it was going great. You know, we had some struggle when we first opened, as any business, and it was going great up until, we relocated from Manhattan to Brooklyn, and that was a big mistake financially. And then, of course, right after we relocate, we're already in the hole because it's tough. We were starting to build up, though. COVID hit. So basically, the entire time we've been in our new location in Brooklyn, COVID's been hitting. So we've been not doing well. But If it wasn't for COVID, we probably would have, we were on our way, but shit. I mean, now everybody's fucked financially. I heard Fury lost a kid in training camp. If that's true, he might have lost a kid. Oh, you mean like a miscarriage? Yeah. Is Manhattan the hood? Well, Hell's Kitchens. Eon, Manhattan, New York City has 5 boroughs. You've heard of them, right? Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, and Manhattan. Manhattan is the one part of New York City that when people say New York City, they really mean Manhattan. Although technically, all that shit's New York City. Technically, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten. But Manhattan is what people refer to as the city. That's where all of the major tourist attractions are. That's where Times Square is. Hell's Kitchen, where I grew up, is Manhattan. Everything you could think of is in Manhattan. Rockefeller Center, all that's in Manhattan. Manhattan is the most sought after, most expensive, the most popular place in New York City borough. But yeah, there's hoods. I grew up in the hood, but there's also really rich, expensive. You ever hear of Park Avenue, Fifth Avenue, Saks Fifth Avenue, and all the Trump Tower. So you have real expensive and you have real hood parks. So it's both. To answer your question. Boyachuk 95%. Ooh. Okay, well that's crappy. The 13. Who do you think's gonna win, Conscious? I remember that. Fury not better than Usyk. Fury not a better boxer than Usyk. He's a different boxer. So it's arguable. I get what you're saying. Gotham is not real. Are you joking? That's something Batman made up. It's supposed to be New York City. It's supposed to be Manhattan, but it's something that's made up. It's not a real place. Fury and Usyk couldn't be separated today. Fury was starting to get kind of serious, and Usyk was starting to get annoyed. You could tell for the first time Usyk was getting annoyed. I didn't see the whole thing. Yes, MSG's in Manhattan. Every major thing's in Manhattan, Eon. MSG is... I grew up on 50th Street. MSG is on 34th Street. 16 blocks. Give you perspective, 20 blocks is 1 mile. So MSG was under a mile from where I grew up. I could walk to MSG in like 15, 20 minutes. But I was all the way west. So you have... NY is called Manhattan, the city. Out-of-towners called boroughs, the city. Yes, thank you, Rob. Yeah, everybody would say the city. When everybody says the city, they mean Manhattan. It's weird, too. When you hear songs, this is what annoyed me, Rob. I know you're from Queens, so everybody be like, yo, is Brooklyn in the house? The Bronx. Queens, stand up. Nobody ever says Manhattan. The best I might get is they'll say Uptown or Harlem. Nobody ever says Midtown, Hell's Kitchen. Nobody. Fucking annoying. Or like Lower East Side. Like nobody ever says that. Nobody ever shouts out anything out of Manhattan except Harlem or Uptown. Fucking bullshit. Usyk is well disciplined. Yeah, he is. What Gotham is not real. You know that. If you're from Connecticut, you know that. Nah, it's not real. It's a made up. It's supposed to be New York City. It's New York City, but it's made up. Harlem. What about it? New York has so many great restaurants, especially upper echelon. I mean, we got everything. Yeah, they always shout out Harlem. Always. Or they say Uptown, but Uptown, Harlem is the same shit. Always. Dang, that's crazy. So much different than being from a small city, the biggest city in the world. Yeah, and it's not that big. You could walk across Manhattan in like hours. Like it's not big. That's why everything's stacked on top of each other. Suri beat Brian Mendoza, arguably beat Ortiz. I think Suri and Usyk got this one. If Tyson Fury is going to fight on the front foot, he's gonna dice Usyk. He's gonna dice Usyk up like he's using a slap chop. That's my new one. It's gonna go over a lot of people's heads because you guys don't know what slap chop is, but for people my age, they're gonna love it. Hey man, I'm half Ukrainian, so fuck it. But I am going for Fury. I'm going for Fury. Fury to me is more exciting. He has knockout power. Ever since he got with Sugar Hill Stewart, that is, he has knockout power. I guess he is, yeah. I didn't know that. Any of you guys were on TVV this morning? I didn't make it because I was traveling to New York City. I'll be there tomorrow, though, most likely. Usyk got sneaky power low-key. Not really. He caught Fury with a shot, but other than that, when has he ever had any power? I mean, at cruiserweight, he knocked out what's-his-face brutally, too. Fuck's his name? British guy. Why is his name escaping me? Dark hair, kind of tall. He was in one of the Creed movies. Thank you. Oh God, why is his name escaping me? The dude that at the Jake Paul Tyson thing, he brought in an old man. He was like, I got a question. We got your next opponent. He was talking with him. What's up, Clea? Tell me his name, people. I don't know why it's escaping me right now. He's Welsh, maybe? Oh, what's his name? Don't make me look it up. Come on. The dude that Usyk knocked out cold at a cruiserweight. No, not Adonis. He never fought Adonis Stevenson. Adonis was a light heavy. No, Usyk never fought Adonis Stevenson. What are you talking about? Two tones. You're fucking with me, right? You're really gonna leave me to go to watch Two Tone and tell me that? That's fucking that deserves. If you're really doing that, that deserves.
Get the fuck out of here!
Then go, bitch ass. Have you ever seen Fury intimidated? I feel like he's out of his element. I know, man. I feel like he was too, except today. Marco smoking that ganj. Nah, I ain't smoking no ganj. Nah, hell no. Why are you guys not telling me who's the dude who fucking Usyk knocked out? I'm forgetting his name. Nobody, you guys don't know. That's why. The guy you're trying to remember his name fought Adonis. Oh, he fought Adonis Stevenson? Did he beat him? I don't think he fought Adonis Stevenson. All right, let's see. Well, it's now I'm fucking forgetting his name. It's annoying me. If I see his face, I would know instantly. I'm looking right now. Wow, he's that's the only person Michael Hunter ever lost to was Usyk. Where is it? Where is it? Usyk did not have that many fights. Did not have that many fights. Tony Bellew. Tony Bellew. That's what I was talking about. Tony Bellew. I don't know who you're talking. Tony Bellew. He was in Creed, I believe. My Dynasty should knock the UK accent out of him. Casuals. Yes, thank you, Speed. I mean, I already looked it up before you said that, but thank you. Do watch other sports, just basketball. And Shaq told me that he wants me to do other basketball fights, which I'm going to do. So you guys got to help me out. Besides the Malice at the Palace, I might do the fight with Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson, because, I mean, if you muted it, you would think you're hearing them be like, bitch, girl, bitch. Like, that's what that fight, that was the worst fight. And Larry Johnson was supposed to be a fucking Golden Glove. I heard Larry Johnson was in the Golden Gloves. He was throwing punches like an enraged RuPaul. Nah, he's not. He was in Creed. I saw that brawl, Rob. I just looked it up. That shit was nothing. That was like one punch and a bunch of guys just... Nah. There's this old one I got to do. It's Robert Parrish knocks this dude the fuck out bad. I should... And funny thing, I don't even think he got kicked out the game. I don't even think... I think the ref was just like, yo, try not to do that again. Keep playing. Chris Paul, Rondo. What I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to do a compilation on Charles Barkley's fights, because I want to go with big names. I would do Kobe and Chris Childs, but Kobe passed. I'm not going to make jokes about Kobe getting snuffed. If he was alive, I would have. He was holding back. Who was holding back? Pretty little Larry. That's what I heard, Rob. I heard he's a Golden Glove boxer. And you saw, Rob, you're younger than me, but I'm sure you saw, because being from New York, you saw the fight with him. And that fight, by the way, cost us the championship. We had a real chance of beating the Bulls that year. Michael Jordan led Bulls that year. That fight cost us the title. Or at least to see if we can win the title. But Larry, both of them were throwing like little girls. Nothing wrong with being a little girl, but when you're a 6'9" grown man, you shouldn't be throwing like you're a toddler with XY chromosomes. Or wait, not XY, Y, whatever girls have. How about the big fight with Ron Artest? Yeah, that's Malice the Palace. Doesn't Wayne Gretzky have some KOs? I'm not doing hockey. I should, though. I just don't know enough about hockey. Yeah, you saw it. I was about to say Draymond knocking out Jordan Poole, but you can't disrespect the man. Why? Did Jordan Poole die? No, Draymond's not dead, but Jordan Poole, I don't know much about him. Don't forget, I stopped watching basketball from about 2006 or 7 up until like 2022. So I missed all that. You should just look up NBA. I did, but it's like I gotta do more. I might do the Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson one. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do Malice the Palace. I'm gonna do the Barkley compilation for starters. Then I'm gonna do that one with Robert Parrish, because that one was just brutal. Draymond knocked out his whole teammate. So why would I not disrespect him? So wait a second. They got into an argument. They got into an argument while they're playing, and he knocked out his own teammate. Like not that they used to be teammates, and then now they were opposing team. They were on the same team, and he knocked them out on the floor in front of everybody. Is that what you're telling me? Isaiah what? Oh, not Isaiah, not Zeke. The old school Isaiah. You mean the new one? Kareem. Yeah, Kareem had a couple. Hell yeah. Dennis didn't throw really punches, though, Joaquin. He would just do a lot of pushing and agitating. Oh, in practice, I saw that, and there's videotape of it, right? Yeah, I saw that in practice. Yeah, I remember. That was relatively recently. Yeah, I mean, I could do that. Maybe I should. Oh yes, Eon is right. Draymond punch was grimy. Look it up, Marco. It was real static. No, I saw that. I saw that one. I don't remember it, but I don't remember, like, right now when I'm thinking, I don't remember what happened. I don't remember it. I just remember, yeah, they were against the wall, and he hit him, and he ran after him. Do you think he has more potential, Ituam or Johnny? I don't know either of those guys. This is when you guys could teach me. What's up, Soul? DJ Rush. What up, my mellow? I predict Usyk winning by knockout. That's not happening. Usyk might win, but UD maybe. I don't know which round, though. I don't think it's going to be close again. I'm hoping. Fury coming in heavier. He's not coming in heavier, DJ Rush. He's lying to us. Did you not see his body? The beard's covering his face, but did you not see his body type? I'm telling you, he's going to be coming in at the 250s. The lightest he's fought in the last fucking 5-10 years has been, his last fight was 262. I bet you he's going to come in the 250s. He's lying. He's trying to fucking throw our heads off. I think he's going to make the stupid mistake to box again, to retreat and box, and that's what got him beat the first time. But I agree with you. It would take away his. It won't take. I'm telling you. And I disagree with you. If he comes in heavier, he fights him like he fought Wilder in the second and third fight. That's exactly. He needs to be bigger. He needs to lean on him, wear him out, not be too big. That mobility is not what he needs. That's what got him. That's what made him lose. I disagree with your opinion. That was a Roy Jones jumping hook. Not gonna lie.
I must have forgot.
Damn, Alberto really left to go watch Two-Tone. That's fucked up. Ichwama is aiming to beat Tyson's record to be the youngest heavyweight. Matter of fact, let me see something. I'm going to comment in Two-Tone's chat right now if he's really live. I don't think he is, though. I don't even. It's not coming up if he is. Is he really live? Two-tone superstar. I'm gonna be like, yo, get off and come in my chat. No, he's not live. Oh, he is live. I'm gonna comment on his purge real quick. I'm live. Come in my chat. All right. I just commented in tones. Let's see if he does. Okay. Didn't they win? Why he lied to us? Can't trust the English. He's yes. Listen to Rob, but Draymond did want no smoke with it. Yeah. Nand O, what up? Probably live on. Nah, he's live. I saw it. It's YouTube. I saw it. Usyk, like Loma, never fights on the back. He has 64 people watching. Tone gets Tone even. I have like my Shaq video just in literally in under a day and a half. It's at 1.2 million views. The one of his fights, not the one with him and Mosley. That one's at almost that one just shy of a million, but it's been out like a week. This one, literally a day and a half, 1.2 or 3 million already. That's the first pure basketball video I've ever done. So hopefully the rest will do that well. Shaq is a huge name. It might not do as well if I used unknowns like Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson, unknowns to the average person. Shaq's just a name that everybody knows. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll find out. What's up, suckers? Two-tone. Two-tone's not in this bitch. He's in his own shit. Go in and call with Two-tone. I mean, if Two-tone calls me, I'll pick up on my live. And I'll play it so you guys can hear it. Alberto got a wrench in Two-tone's chat. Well, Alberto's not in here anymore. That was rude too. He goes, I'm leaving Two-tone's live. That was mad rude. That's okay though. Somos pocos pero locos ese. Something about somebody's crazy. Glad Fury fight is on early. Bro, we're looking at what? About 6 o'clock, right? Main event. Yeah, Saturday. I'm locked up, busy. T. Just telling the wife in case she wants to plan. You hear me? What? Big fight Saturday, and it's early-ish. It's like starts like 6-ish. Huh? Okay, cool. Alberto, he lives in Two-tone's chat, flashing his. Now we know who the real one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he told me. Alberto's a little off sometimes though. Yesterday I was telling him about Andrew Schultz thing. I'm like, yeah, he doesn't fucking, he doesn't respond. He doesn't answer. Blah blah blah. And then Alberto's like, we should hit him up and do boxing. He loves boxing. I'm like, did you not just hear what I said 3 times? That he's not returning. Hit up his publicist. I'm like, if he's not answering, why the fuck do you think his publicist like? Publicist is what you use when you get to somebody who you can't reach, not when somebody you already know is just too cool for school. How about videos of players getting crossed over bad? I like that. It'd be like AI, all AI, not artificial intelligence, but Bubba Chuck. The answer. Yep. Yo, Rob, I just learned. Everybody in the chat, real quick, don't Google it. What does 7:30 mean? I just learned what that meant from Big L's song. Coming up, I never heard people say that. What's 7:30 mean, guys? Say it. In their first fight, Usyk game plan to target and hit Fury body was very smart, and he didn't hurt his body. I disagree with you, Rush. His game plan was just come forward and trying to hit what he could. He couldn't hit much until he landed that face shot. Matter of fact, most of his damage was face. Not Fury hurt Usyk to the body one time. Dope. How your wife takes care of you by making tea all the time. She knows if she doesn't, I'll give her a little slap. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Pimp slap. Bitch slap. Bitch slap is when you go backhand. I don't do that. I do the pimp slap. Up and over. Just kidding. He got that LA education. I always see Alberto in a lot of times surprised. I know, crazy, right? And told me about it. What's up, Anthony? They're not going to know 7:30 unless they're from NY. Yep, they don't know. 7:30 means you're crazy. Do you know why it means that, Rob? Don't look it up. Do you know exactly what that comes from, though? Like the etymology of the word? Nah, it's not policia. You turning into Tank Davis / Bivol? Huh? Hey, yo, watch your mouth. Don't talk about the big homie Tia like that. She just laughed again. She says, I like that guy. His name is Rob. He's from Queens. South Suicide, Jamaica, Queens. Ah, the sop. Some good sop. Yep, exactly. The code from what, though? The code from what? Who has that code? Cats in group homes. Oh. Well, from what I understood, it was from jail. I thought that was a jail code, not group home. That was prison. Prison form. It'd be a 730, 730 form if you're crazy. What's up, Mo? So you didn't know that. Yeah, it's from prison. You were in a group home, Rob, growing up? Or you just knew kids from group homes? Mo Brains. I like that name. What's good, Mo Brains? Where are you from? What's the age range? If you don't mind sharing. If you don't want to share, that's cool. We'll take you as you are. Yep, prison, 7:30. It was a 730 form that they would fill out. Like, oh, this dude's 7:30, 7:30. Like, give me the 7:30 form. And then people would hear it, and it would catch on. And Big L has a song. What the fuck's the song called? Where he does New York slang. It's dope. And I knew most of the slangs, but there's a few I didn't. And 7:30 is one of them. New homies and group homes used to go visit. Adolescence was, yeah. Did I ever do time? No. No. I never got anything I did. I broke the law a lot when I was younger. But I was always like, nah, fuck that. I wouldn't get caught. Ebonics, Big L. There it is, Ebonics. Right. That's what it's called. I've been to prison in Wisconsin and never heard of it. It might be a New York form then. Maybe. Maybe it's like a New York thing. I don't know. You used to steal a lot of candy. Yeah, stealing was one of the things I did. Freddie! Fred's in the room, T. Tia says, what's up, Fred? Those you don't know, this guy, Fred, right here, is one of my closest friends in real life. Known him for damn near 30 years now. Fred is older than me, but he all jokes aside, he looks like he's in his 30s. He could pass for his 30s. Easy. What up, Fred? Freddie, where are you watching the fight, Fred? The big fight. Where are you watching it? Because if you want to roll, let me know. Salute to pretty little Fred. Pretty little. That makes him sound like you're trying to bitch him, or like you're looking at him on some like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Makes me feel like you're looking at Fred and you're thinking to yourself, no. Home with the wife. So you're saying so you're not you can't come out, you're saying? I mean, I'll call you later. We'll talk about it, but I still don't know who to bet on. Marco used to steal hand wraps. I thought, nah, ew. How heavy you think Fury got? I told you he's going to be the lightest we've seen him since the beginning of his career. He's going to be in the 250s. I mean, the 250s now. Now, just to give you guys a little perspective, when he fought Wilder the third time, he came in at 278 when he bullied the fuck out of him. 278. I think he's going to be at least 20 pounds lighter. Now, look, 20 pounds on somebody who's almost 300 pounds and 6'9" isn't the biggest difference, but he looks like he's light, and it worries me. Although he still enjoys a 30 to 40 pound weight advantage, even at his lightest, it worries me that he's not going to come in to use it. He's going to try and do the same shit the first fight. You know, all we're going to hear is like, meep, 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 meep. And then Usyk's going to be like, I will get that Waskawee Wabbit, and just start chasing him. Sorry for the awful Elmer Fudd impression and the awful Roadrunner impression. Being a heavyweight, would you rather be lighter or heavier? Depends what you're doing. Depends what you're doing. Fury clearly came in heavier against Wilder on purpose, and it served its purpose. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Fred, that Shaq video of his fights that I did, it's already at like 1.3 million views. That's the most any of my videos have gotten in a long time. And that one's not boxing at all. Hey, yo, Marco, what's that licking sound? Hey, yo.
Y'all must have forgot.
Oh, wait. Wrong one.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Great video. Thank you. So, yeah, but you didn't, about Saturday, you said you can't come by? Is that it? I mean, I'm probably going to go live anyway. Yeah, too bad the undercard is wiggity whack. Crisscross, remember Crisscross? And Inside Out is wiggity whack. I thought Crisscross was corny, but catchy but corny. See, guys, I really don't know what Fury's doing. He's proven that he's kind of full of shit, or maybe he's not even full of shit. Maybe he's just fickle. You know what I mean? He changes his mind a lot. It could be part of a plan to psych Usyk out. It could just be that he's fickle. I don't know. Is he really angry? Was that real today? It looked kind of real. Did he lose a child? Did that anger him? I mean, the motherfucker had 7 of them, but was he really pissed, or was he selling the fight? Was he trying to psych Usyk out because he's scared? Usyk for the first time, looked clearly agitated today. Like it got to him. He was like, you motherfucker, you know? Marco uses steel towels from the YMCA. No, he steel towels. Who's on the undercard? Exactly. I haven't seen anything about the undercard. Did you talk about the AI referee? No, but it doesn't. It's not holding any weight. It's not a deciding factor at any means in the fight, Fred. So who cares, really? They're probably trying to build it and see if it can work for the future. I still don't see how an AI can see if a punch lands. If human eye can't see it, you know. I mean, maybe high depth, they see if it lands, and they see like when a punch lands, the skin, like ripples a little bit, and maybe it's like that. Because unless there's a sensor in the glove and in the skin, how do you see if it's landing? But maybe it does that. Maybe it can literally sense a skin's reaction to a punch landing, which and the definition 4K, whatever, it's high def enough where it captures those ripplings. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know. Marco, you're just like Aries Spears. You guys are each other's spirit animals. How you call Crisscross whack? Because they're not from NY. Nah, that's not why they're whack. I know Aries, by the way. I've interviewed him a bunch of times. He's a big boxing fan. Or more old school boxing fan. It's my man. The fact that it's not because they're not from New York, it's because this shit was cornball. Like anybody who did the dance where they're like this and like put their knee up, like remember this shit? That old like 90s dance, that's all they would do is do that 90s dance, wear the clothes backwards and say wiggity wiggity and stiggity stiggity. Like some Das Effects knockoff. Yeah, they are testing it. Smash the likes. AI can see better than humans can. They use them to perfection in football. Oh, they do? Fred, is that true? Fred's a big football fan. What do they use it for in basketball, Rob? Because I know basketball. Like, how do they use it to perfection in basketball? Tell me. Jose Rodriguez is on the undercard. Okay, I just made that name. I always just wondered why don't judges watch the fight on a screen like we do instead of now when you're close you see a lot. When you're that close you see a lot, and that's why there's 4 of them, so they all get different angles. But yeah, each judge should have the luxury of getting every angle, because just because one judge doesn't have the right angle, well, the other one makes up for it, but that's still one judge not seeing everything and not scoring a shot that clearly was seen landing on the other side of the ring. Yeah, I've seen your Aries interview. He hates anything that isn't retro. Oh, that's what you mean. Nah, I'm not that bad. Come on. Nah, I get what you mean. Marco, you was like 30 when Crisscross came out. Why you hating on the kids? Okay, Jan. Okay.
Got him!
That was a good one. Okay. Bobs and Weaves, what up? I sent you a link to a video about it. Yeah, no, I read the video, but I mean, I read the link, but I still just, or maybe I didn't read it fully. Did it explain all that? They can pinpoint on the spot without human tally all the players' stats and predict where they will be on fire when they. Do they predict it with accuracy is the question. Bobs and Weaves is a dope. Yeah, right? I mean, but don't forget, Bobs and Weaves can also mean
Tutti frutti! Tutti frutti! Tutti frutti!
but not in this case. It's obviously a boxing reference. So, welcome. Is it an AI ref or judge? Judges. You can't have an AI ref because somebody needs to go in there and touch them, break them apart. Like, unless it's a robot, you can't have an AI ref. There's a lot of things need to be changed about boxing, man. A lot of just little rules. You know what I mean? Like, shit should be able to be overturned in real time. Like, pause, replay it, just like in fucking, well, they're just gonna have to they're gonna have to cool off for 30 seconds to a minute while it's being replayed. Because, you know what I'm saying? They should do that. Imagine driving through the hood playing crisscross. Yeah, exactly. You'll get slapped in the face with an olive loaf. Hey, yo, Marco, how you turn boxing reference and sport to what? I'm just saying. Bobs and weaves. She bobs and she weaves. Mando, what up? Did Trill died? Huh? You mean Trill Savage used to come in here? I haven't seen. If that's what you're talking about, I haven't seen him since. He definitely. I hope he didn't die, but he sure as hell stopped watching me. They should do it like the NFL cameras flying on top of judges. Yep. How is YMCA spicy? Oh, you don't know about that? Go watch the video and you'll instantly see. I agree, Marco. I think boxing needs replay. Also, they should watch fights through monitors. Some MMA fights, the TV is best. Yep. You probably put some kind of a emoji that I'm not able to see. The gummies instant. Oh, that wasn't Trill. That was somebody else. That wasn't Trill. That was what's his face? That was his name. He had some weird trash game dev. That's who that was. Boxing needs open scoring. Yeah. What up, AB? Better be versus Ward. Who wins? I don't know. Beterbiev looks a lot like how Sergey Kovalev was. So, and Ward beat him. Not the first time, though. First time, I thought Kovalev should have won that fight. Hard to tell. I got to see more of Beterbiev. What up, Dwayne? You were an MC Hammer fan, wasn't you? I won't front. Can't Touch This was catchy. While I knew it was corny, you know, the pants and all the fucking, he was dancing like too much, almost like he was in the circus. But it was catchy. I kind of like the song. I didn't buy the single, but when it came on, I would listen to it on the radio. There's a couple I liked. Bust a Move was corny, but I like that. Funky Cold Medina, Wild Thing, corny, but I liked them. Vanilla, I didn't really like Ice Ice Baby. Dope beat ish, but too cornball. Marky Mark shit was super corny. Yeah, baby, can you feel it? I can too, baby. That's how he really talks. Walks into McDonald's like, yeah, let me get a big Whopper, baby, and a side order napkins, baby. Come on, it was just a wannabe, big time. MC Hammer was gangster. He stepped. I heard that story. It's kind of funny that he said you can't touch this, but he ended up broke as hell. Like, what you mean? You can't touch his money? You can't touch his. I know Marco did the hip thrust with the hyenas when Informer was kind of dope. I don't know what you mean by hip thrust with hyenas. That just sounds wrong, foul. But Informer was dope. Yeah. White boy reggae artist? Come on. That was nice. On top of it, a little corny. Definitely a little corny. And he was Canadian, so it was a little goofy, but nah. Nah. Matter of fact, if you listen to some of his shit, because you know he got in legal trouble, he was never able to really pop off. He was talented. He could sing, he could like tiggity tongue twist like a motherfucker too. He was good. Remember the white group? Yeah, that was so fucking stupid. They were in House Party. Or one of them was. The kid who played Jamal was in one of the house parties. Tap the bottle in, twist the cap. That shit was garbage. And what a stupid name. And they were using the N-word too. There's a back then, like I told you guys, anybody in the hood kind of got a pass. Like people didn't really, as long as the A was at the end of it back then. But they were cornballs. Yeah, I could pop. But I couldn't spin and do all the floor shit, but I could pop and lock. Marco win the heavyweight fight. When is the heavyweight fight? It's this Saturday. Snow wasn't corny though. He was on the run. The song was he was actually in jail when the song came out. He heard it in jail on the first time on the radio. MC Shan, come on, Rob. He was in the video. Cause Shan won't turn Informer. That was supposed to be his have a real black rapper in the video to give him like fucking credentials, make him authentic. Camille, what up, blood? Hey Marco, do you know how much this Usyk per? I think it's 26. Or am I wrong? I heard Ness saying it's 40, then 80. There's an undercard, man. Yeah, I think they're charging you one price if you just want to see the main, and then another price if you want to see both. MC Shan, of course. He had that battle with KRS-One. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. Bye. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. Brooklyn keep on faking it. Bronx keep on taking it. I probably fucked that up, but you get the gist. MPL, what up? I know. I just went in Two Tone's room. Go in Two Tone's room and tell him he needs to call me right now so we can go live together. Matter of fact, let me do it. Let me go in. Two Tone. This will be a first ever. Well, is he still live right now? Yeah, he is. I'm going in his room. Hold on. I'm also call me in on your show. I'm also live, so we'll both be live. All right. My bad. Let's see if he does it. If he calls me, I'll pick up. Are you watching the prelims tomorrow? 5 fights. I don't know. It wasn't to give him credentials. MC Shan said Snow used to hide out from the Canadian cops and run to NY. That's why they met Shan. Yeah, he was like an Irish gangster, like Irish Canadian gangster. Take Alberto's wrench. Alberto's whack. Agreed. Marco, you a first stick boy? Fire stick boy? Yes. I don't really use a Fire Stick though. I just go on my computer and I watch it on there's a couple sites I use that are always pretty good, that are better than the Fire Stick. I do have a Fire Stick. It's not a Fire Stick actually, but similar. But that skip slot is kind of unreliable. But I have no problem buying it too though. If I'm going and it's giving me problems, I'll buy it. But I've been struggling financially, so that's why. Before that, I bought shit. I think if you could afford it, you should buy it. Like if I wasn't struggling badly, I was buying. So I'm not condoning just fucking stealing just to steal. You know what I mean? If you can support, you should. What's happening here? Oh, that was weird. It just froze up. Okay, I'm back though. All right, what else we got, people? Talk to me. Talk to me. Nothing? Did I freeze? Oh no. Raw Dog, what up? You remember watching Ben vs. McClellan? I didn't watch it live, but I do remember watching the replay. I actually just had a long conversation like last month with Gerald McClellan's sister, Lisa, who takes care of him every day. She told me that Ben landed 18 shots behind the head in that fight, which is likely what caused his condition. I didn't. I'm going to watch it, Joaquin, when I get off with you guys. Yo, Alberto and Suckers, watch out. Or in Tones chat. Damn. It's all good. They could do that. Lissa Milano. Megan good too. But Lissa Milano first and foremost. What about you? And Lil Kim. But like 1997 Lil Kim. Didn't know you like sis. Come on, man. I've experienced all that. All of it. The United Colors of Benetton. I mean, not a celebrity. You think Virgil Ortiz stock dropped? Yes. Yes. No, back then, MPO, you're young. How old are you? Go look at a picture or video from anywhere from 1997 to like 99. You see what I'm talking about? The United Nations have bent. Fred knows. Fred knows we did a lot of the dirt together. Not gonna lie, don't call me weird. I rubbed off Miss Piggy from. You did what? To who? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Will. Are you just joking?
Shucky ducky quack quack.
I forgot The smoke crack. Oh yeah. Well, I don't think that's smoking crack. That's just like.
Look at me! I'm the waterboard, dude!
It's like what the water boy would probably do. Yeah, I gotta chill. Hey man, teenagers do crazy shit. That's a fact. And my son is approaching that age. He's 11, but like kids developing early. Some girls are getting boobies at like 10. My daughter's, I don't even want to think about it. We're all like, for us, like me, I was like 13 when I started hitting puberty, right? 12, 13. I think my son might start now. Like he might start soon. Kind of started. He already is starting in some ways. Crazy. He did it when he was 21. Oh shit, that's funny. I know. Fuck teenagers, middle schoolers. They're like 6'2". She ain't scared for your teenager kids to go all the access stimulation. Well, my son has a cell phone. My daughter does not, but it's locked. Like it's called a BARK cell phone, and it's like I need to give it a. He can't use internet or can't use Google. It's like it's very child. It's like a big major company that developed genius phone and software for parents to really, shield their children from shit that they should not be seeing young. What's up, Will? Hey Marco, who you got this Saturday? Well, Will, which Tyson Fury are we seeing? Are we seeing the Tyson Fury from the first Wilder and the first Usyk fight? Or are we seeing the Tyson Fury from the second Wilder fight or the Steve Cunningham fight? If we're seeing the second Wilder from the second or third Wilder fight, Fury from that, I think Fury is gonna dice his ass up like a slap chop. But if we see just a continuation of the first fight, super lightweight, on his toes, retreating, Fury's going to pound him out like he's at Hunt's Point. Glad most of my childhood wasn't on the internet. Word. What about their computers? They also have, he has an iPad, but he has no access to Safari. He can't. All he could do is play games and like talk to his friends. At school, yeah, I mean, so that's on school. I don't know what happens there. That's on them to, not. I'm pretty sure the school has it locked because they can get sued. Well, like to them, it's serious. You know what I'm saying? They can get sued. They can't. Nah, I'm pretty sure, and that's a city institution. Like they have the biggest, like coders and computer people coming in to make sure that shit's all secure. I would assume. Smash the likes. Word up. Yo, what up, Z? Z for Zorro? Did you see Ness's first round stoppage on the roof? Yeah, I did. It was more, well, it would have been mad funny if you just saw when he disappeared, if you just saw a little 7-year-old baby fist come out like this, and then you just see Ness go, goof. That shit would be so funny. And then you see the kid come up to the thing, just take it, walk off, and then everything disconnects. Did he ever play that game? Which game did you buy him? I think he plays it a lot. But remember which one, because his uncle got him one. I forget who got him what. Watch how you trader. You let and was shaking your ass in Two Tones chat. Who's back? Oh, suckers, watch out. Yeah, man. That would have been funny, right? That'd been mad funny. Uncharted. I don't know. I'll ask him I'll ask him. He's obviously sleeping now. You didn't answer, so you can't come by Saturday, right? Fred? Realistically, they could have 2v1 Ness. Nah, 2 7-year-olds are not going to beat up a 6'5" Dominican ogre. It's not happening. Not happening. I don't even know if 10 of them, like the kids don't have, the kids that young. That kid looked like he was like 8 years old. I mean, Ness is pretty tall too, but 8, 10 maybe. Not 8, between 8 and 10. He looked really young. That kid looked really young. Yeah, I'm so curious to see what Fury we have. I'm so scared because I'm going for him that he's going to show up and do the same shit. I don't have to change nothing. Just be more focused. Don't play around. Okay. As I show respect to both are my favorite. You like tagging grown man, you weird guy. You weird. Nah, we are running errands. Okay. All right. Do you notice Al Heyman's cards now have controversial judges roast? Nah, I didn't notice that. I hope Turkey Al Sheik just eliminates all this Al Heyman, all this PBC, all this crap. He makes it a league. That would be so dope. Like, you want to come fight in my league? You want to challenge for the belt that people really consider the belt? You got to sign with me. Follow my rules. Just like the NBA, NBL, NHL, NFL, all that. PGA Tour, all that. Imagine if the ring belt becomes, that's what it should be. Coveted, you meant to say, right? Yep. UFC, thank you. That's what they need to do. I think that was the point of him buying the Ring magazine. Because the Ring magazine is pretty much the lineal belt. The Ring only recognizes, it might even be the lineal. The Ring, like the one you see, the lineal that's like looks all old school with like almost like an American flag ribbon with like pieces of like bronze in the middle, then American flag ribbon material. I think that's the Ring magazine belt. I think that is the lineal. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Ring magazine does only recognize the lineal holders as champions. Yeah, maybe. Marco, do you still train? Every day, baby. 10 rounds every day. How many days a week? Every single day, I do 3 to 4 rounds on the double end bag or / Cobra Reflex. And then I do 6 to 7 on the heavy bag. That's what I do every day. You're not weird. I was just playing. Watch out, use glaze in 2 tones. Leave him alone. Lubin over Ramos, BS. Colbert over Rayo, 1 BS. Rolly over Martinez, BS. Oh, okay. You got a point. You got a point, sucker. Klitschko said he trains every day and he's ready for it. So I saw a video of Tony Parker. Not Tony Parker. Geez, yeah, I have NBA in my head. Joseph Parker. Like, oh, what's up? Talking to Klitschko. I was like, yo, I heard you're coming back. Is that true? And Klitschko's like, everybody else did this. And he didn't respond. Is he coming back? Is there a video out of his own Ukrainian lips saying, I am coming back? I don't put it by him either. He's still young enough where he could do some damage. I mean, I would leave it alone because I believe he held the belt longer than anybody except Joe Louis. I believe he surpassed Larry Holmes. Let me see. I believe he did. Vladimir Klitschko. Let's see. We'll go in. Matter of fact, we could do it together so I don't bore you guys. I believe he did that. Klitschko. Here we go. Okay. So, Klitschko. He's fucking. All right. Let's see. He won, then he lost to Ross Purity, got knocked out, and then he lost again. Corey Sanders fucked him up, and Layman Brewster fucked him up. Okay, then Then that was his last loss. Yep. Oh wait, no. Who did he lose to? UD. Yeah. Okay. So his last loss was Layman Brewster. So 2004 IBF Eliminator. Here we go. IBF heavyweight belt. He beats Chris Bird, fucks him up brutally. 2006, right? And he doesn't lose until 2015. So 2015, at the end of the year, November 28th, and he wins it April. So that is 8.5 years. Okay. How long did Larry Holmes hold the belt? 7 years. So yes. So Klitschko does have the second. He has the second longest reigning heavyweight champion. People say Klitschko is the longest ever cumulative, which means all the amount of time that he had a belt, because he had it before he lost and then he regained it. But fuck that. I look at so he's the second longest reigning heavyweight champion behind Joe Louis. It was 8.5 years, right? Joe Louis was almost 12 years. Almost 4 years longer. 4 years longer. That's how crazy. That's why Joe Louis is the greatest heavyweight who ever lived. That he doesn't have an official offer, but he is in shape and open. Ah. Why does he not have an offer? I thought Turkey money brings everyone back. Hell yeah. And it's not just the money, man. It's not the money. He might be doing it to pay for Ukraine, the war. He might be doing it to donate to them. And also, these dudes miss the spotlight. You know what it's like to be your whole life fighting in front of 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 90, 100,000 people sometimes in these British stadiums, and being recognized everywhere you go and having that adrenaline twitch just going away. Dudes miss it. He call his big bro to help avenge. I don't remember. Yeah, I know. At the end. 9 years, 7 months 9 years, 7 months cumulative, Fred. Cumulative. I already, it's not fully. It wasn't 9 years. Oh, wait. It might have been. Hold on. 2006 to 2015. Yeah, that's right. It was 9 years, 7 months. Yes. How long did Larry Holmes hold it? Yeah, because we just did it. It was 2015. 2006 to 2015. Right? Let's see. Let me do this again real quick. 2006 April 2006 to 2015. Okay, that's 9 years. But almost the end of 2015. Yep, that's right. So that's right. My bad. 9 years. So that's still 3 years less than fucking Joe Louis. 3 years is a long time for anybody to hold a belt, like in totality, let alone this dude did it 3 years over the longest reigning ever. Holmes, though, how long did Holmes, what did Holmes say? I looked it up, but Holmes held the belt 7 years. Yeah. So we fucking beat Holmes by 2 years almost. Crazy. Manuel Stewart would let the Klitschkos near James Toney. I hated the Klitschko era. It was, Rob, word fucking life. That shit was
Boring.
I'd be watching it like this. $12 years total. Yeah. In right, cumulative, but that doesn't count to me. Now Holmes was 7 something. It said 7, yeah. Which is that's the third longest. So we're talking 7, 9, basically 12, although his it was 11 something. Joe Louis 11 and 9, 11 and 7 or 8 months. It was over 6 months. So, so you average up, anything over 5, you average it. If you're averaging, it goes up. So it was closer to 12 than it was to 11. Yes. Joe Louis had way more. And that's another thing. That's a good point. Joe Louis had way more rounds fought and way more fights. So it makes it even more impressive. He did have the Bum of the Month club. So he was fighting easier opposition, but still. The more you fight, statistically, the more likely you are to possibly lose. So it's just, you're still increasing the risk exponentially. Dr. Steelhammer. Yeah, he was Dr. He would fucking cheat. He would hit you and push your head down. No, for real. And it's a big dude. He fought at the era where it was just him and Lennox Lewis. Nobody else, you had a couple guys like Michael Grant, but nobody at the top was that tall. So he had the height and reach advantage on everybody and the weight. He's 250. These dudes then were still 220, 230. He would just lean on them and wear them out. And he'd hit them and then hold them so they couldn't do anything. He hit them from his range where they couldn't. It's almost like, when you hold the kid by the forehead like this and he's swinging at you and he can't hit you because you're too. It's kind of what he was doing. I disagree with that, Ian. Spinks beat Larry. Yep, first one to beat him. And what did Larry say? What was a famous comment Larry said in that press conference when he lost? Right up before, literally the fight where he was going to tie Rocky Marciano's record, which was huge, which is historical, and he loses. What did he say? With Rocky Marciano's family sitting in the fucking press row. Dr. Snoozehammer. Yeah, of course. Valuev. Nikolai Valuev. Tallest heavyweight champion in history, 7 feet tall. Damn, that's crazy. Did you like Vitaly versus Lennox? I don't remember, but I think I had Lennox starting to come on. I think actually I do remember. I was pretty much even when it got stopped, but Lennox looked like he was coming on. Similar to Roy, although it was similar to Roy and Montel Griffin, although Lennox didn't have a knockdown. Roy, right when it was stopped, Roy was starting to come on. The fight was evenish, but you saw the momentum swinging towards Roy. Same thing with Klitschko and Lennox. You saw the momentum swinging towards Lennox, but it was close, even possibly at the time. Yep, that's right, Fred. I know you knew, Fred. Come on, I ain't asking you. Record for he was 49-0. He was the only champion, retired champion with the best record in history, undefeated. The best undefeated record in history, meaning no draws, no disqualification, just draws didn't count. 49-0 is the longest any champion has gone in history up until Floyd, I believe, just passed it without having a completely unblemished record. So he was trying to tie that. It was the heavyweight record, but it was also the world record. What does Booyakasha mean? That's a very weird thing to say. Booyakasha. It's really booyaka. It's Ali G is supposed to be like a British dude. There's a lot of Jamaican info. I don't even know why I'm answering this because this is a boxing room, but booyaka is what Jamaican dance hall. A lot of Jamaicans say, especially in dance hall reggae songs. And Ali G is like a dude who's like white dude, but he thinks he's black. That's the whole character. So he's trying to just say like shit that he thinks is like what black people would say. Imagine if Shaq was all it says it was. I know. Yep, I'm drinking it right now. Maybe. Or he's either really lost his mind or he's full of shit. Or he's scared. A lot of times when scared dogs bark the loudest. I was about to say, didn't Floyd a clip? Yes. Well, really, the best one was a dude named Ricardo Lopez. He was 51-0, but he had one draw. So he might be the best. He's the best, second best, that if you want to count just undefeated. Floyd's unblemished. That's the difference. Floyd and Rocky Marciano were unblemished. Ricardo Lopez has the best undefeated record. See the distinction? Unblemished is more perfection. Do you like MMA? Nope. Do not like it. Bruce Lee is a fighter. I mean, we never saw him really fight. Oh, you're back? Thanks. Marco Tuton is live. Right now, y'all should join together. I told him to call me. I'll join, but I don't know if he saw it. I think Usyk's gonna beat him if Fury fights the way he's saying, which is boxing again. But if Fury if he steps on that front foot, you know what I'm saying? If he starts tap dance, steps on the front foot deep, buries his front foot into the ground like eucalyptus roots, I think he can get him. Fights like a big man. If we see Wilder, the Wilder 4, he beats him. Of course he's talking about yams. It's his favorite thing to do. It looks like jackfruit. So, okay. I think, what's that one? One is so gross. The fuck's it called? It's escaping me now. I forget what it's called, but that's the grossest, stinkiest fruit to me is this one. CYP, scared dog, loud bark. Maybe. Yeah. Max Schmeling, Joe Louis had historical fights. Yep. Wasn't for Max Schmeling, Joe Louis would have been completely unblemished during his prime. Wasn't for Max Schmeling. But there was a Max Schmeling. Yeah, you left me. Who do you think Floyd did on purpose? To beat Rocky Marciano, of course. He wanted to make history. Yeah, 1 second, guys. Huh? No. Why? Oh, no, I just stepped out for a second. My bad, people. I'm back. Marciano only had 60. Yeah, for me and Fred argue. Well, we don't argue. Fred believes that Marciano's garbage because he was only champion for like 3 years and didn't fight any of the. You said did you say not the black fighters, just any? But he fought everybody around at the time. There just wasn't that many, and he was only champ for 3 years, and he didn't really fight that many good fighters on his way up. But I don't know if that was his fault because I don't remember the 50s and 60s. Like the condition, the state of boxing then. Was he fighting everybody there, or was he avoiding fighters coming up? That's what Fred thinks. I can't really speak about it because I don't know. Like people try and say, Roy fought nobody. It's like, yeah, he fought everybody in his division. Try to say that about Benavidez now. He fought nobody. He fought everybody in his division. Nah, I don't bet, AR. I never have, never will. Dear Facts, what up? Thoughts on the new Superman trailer? I didn't see it. Show it to me. Who's playing Superman? That same dude? Smash the likes. Joe Kelsaki, All-American World Champ. Yep, he did. But he also fought old. You must be British. He fought old, out of their prime champions. That's one thing that pisses me off about Kelsaki. I like to interview him. Does he really believe that he beat he beat Roy, like real Roy, like prime Roy? Like, does he think he could have done that 10 years earlier? That's what I'd like to ask him. Because he acts like he did something. It's like, yeah, you beat a dude who was already knocked out 3 or 4 times and was 40-something years old. He was only, and the funny thing is, Roy's only 2 or 3 years older than Kelsaki, but, the difference in mileage was apparent. Bring back Henry Cavill. I don't know what that is. What's up, Michael? How does the same Superman story get remade over and over? I don't know, but I love Superman. Rodriguez, what's up, blood? You made it. Soursop with a fresh cinnamon stick. Salute to everyone in the chat. Word up, word up. What weight did who fight at? What were we just talking about? Kelsaki and Roy? Light heavyweight. Excuses are like assholes. Everyone got one. Word. Is Kelsaki the original No, he wasn't a cherry picker. The dudes were just like Hopkins and Roy were just old when he fought them. And people, am I wrong or do some people think Hopkins beat Kelsaki? Does Kelsaki have any fights that were highly questionable? Dear facts, I don't know who the fuck you think you is, but first off,
Get the fuck out of here! You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
What you talking about, Willis?
and lastly,
Y'all must have forgot.
no fucking way that happens. You were drinking a worm at the bottom? I don't know what you saw, but I'm glad you're back looking. Now you're not looking at two-tone anymore. I sound like a jealous side piece. Roy would murder Kelsaki prime for prime. Thank you. Either worm or scorpion. I am a Scorpio, so Roy was never the same. I used to have scorpions as pets when I was in Arizona. Roy was never the same after going up in weight. Yeah, he was also 36 or whatever, 35. Like, he was old. You know, a lot of fucking mileage. It's okay. I don't think you realize, but, you know, every time his name even comes up, we got to do one of these.
Y'all must have forgot.
Yep. Not only that, but since you reminded me, we were talking about Rocky Marciano earlier.
Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass.
And I do. Yeah, you hurt our feelings, Alberto. Thanks for the bounce pass. You keep throwing me the lobs. I'm gonna keep tomahawking those shits. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep tomahawking those shits. Appreciate you.
Y'all must have forgot.
I got a glove signed by Roy and Oscar.
Y'all must have forgot.
Rocky style. Word. Eddie Murphy, GOAT. He sure is. Deerfax, where are you from? Isn't Deerfax a place in England? You spelled it differently, but isn't Deerfax a place in England? Or I'm thinking of Halifax in Canada, am I thinking maybe? How I hurt y'all, Eon. Men aren't emotional, don't forget that. That's one thing I hate. London, I knew it. Who are you going for? You must be going for Fury, right? I hate when people say, you're just emotional. Like, every human being is emotional. It's the stupidest thing. That's some shit that I think us from the hood especially try and say because we're not supposed to act like anything bothers us because that's like the tough exterior and shit. Everybody has emotion. Everybody. That's, what are you? You're a robot, I guess. You're emotional. Emotion can mean anything. Emotional can mean crying, could be laughing, could be anger. Stupid. Britain. Boston Tea Party. What the fuck? We unapologetically glaze Roy Jones over here. Don't say anything bad. That is a fact. And once again, that is a nice behind the back you just sent me, Rob.
Y'all must have forgot.
Shit. People don't really like Fury, right? In England, it's more like Joshua's more liked because Fury's kind of a nut job. Chickens and roosters are fearless. Never heard of Deerfax. I don't think it's a place. I think I was thinking of Halifax, which is in Canada. Deported Tyson Fury, Boston Tea Party style, back to the U.S. Okay. Marco, that was Styles P bar. He said men aren't emotional. I know. Actually, I don't know, but I was just saying in general. I've had people trying to say that to me. When I get annoyed, they're like, oh, you're emotional like a girl. I'm like, okay. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's like being like, yo, you dudes want to eat food. What's wrong with you? This dude's hungry. It's like, what? You watched Brown upset Norris back in the day? Yeah, I did, man. That hurt. I used to love Terry Norris. One of my top favorite fighters in history. I'm not saying he's one of the best, although he is one of the best 54-pounders, but he's one of my top favorites. We are sick of the Furies. Okay. How do you see Dubois? Parker, let me tell you something. Parker got lucky. He fought a Zhang and a Wilder who are done, who are completely gun shy. Wilder literally didn't throw any punches. I think Dubois is going to fuck Parker up, and because Parker's all gassed now too. He thinks he did something. Parker's old. I mean, he's only 34, 35, but he's old for boxing. He's been boxing for a while. He's taken some. I mean, Joe Joyce fucked him up. Prime Max Baer versus Prime Bernard Hopkins. You can't compare eras, Michael. We always talk about this, especially 1930s or whatever to 2000 era. No, Hopkins will destroy him. Can't Be Touched song by Roy Jones Jr.
Y'all must have forgot.
A lot of it down to the old man Fury. Yeah, he's not. They're beefing. His pops isn't going to be in the corner. I hope they don't freeze out. Ajit and Bacoli aren't fighting. Ajit's fighting somebody else. I forget who. Zhang, I think. Jared Anderson versus Richard Torres. Ooh. I don't know. I think Anderson will beat somebody smaller than him. Like, that was the main reason that Bacoli was too big. But Torres is still unproven, and he's a little too small. I don't know. I might go with Jared Anderson in that one if he's focused. I know people would be like, oh, because he just looks so bad. But Dubois has shown he will quit twice. That's a fact. That's a fact. That Usyk fight he was doing well. He just stopped. No, you're right. You're absolutely right about that one. In his time, Michael, do you hear what I'm saying? Time machine matchups, which means you take them as is, stick them in the DeLorean, turn the flex capacitor on, and get them in front of each other as is. Evolution, my man. Do you know how much evolution in exercise science, in technology, in sports science, in nutrition, in training techniques? You know how much evolution occurs in almost 70 years? That's what I'm talking about. No, Max Baer was still fighting like this. Yeah, she, put up your dukes, she. Come on. Listen to what I'm saying. Would you rather see Jake Paul versus Roy Jones Jr. or I don't fucking know. I guess Wilder, because if Wilder lands a shot, he's out. Roy, it's unlikely to win that fight. Believe it. I really believe that. I really Roy's too old. What happened to Wilder? You guys watch basketball. Do you remember Nick Anderson? Nick Anderson went from being like an 80 to 90% free throw shooter his whole career to being in the finals, missing a couple big free throws that would have won them the game, that lost him an NBA ring. And from that point on, he was a 50% free throw shooter. He was still in his 20s. He was still, what changed? That happens a lot. And then when you pair that with mileage from sparring and boxing and all that, it creates what we're seeing in Wilder, what we saw in Roy Jones. Do you think Floyd Mayweather ducked? No. Roy only took 2 easy-ish fights at the end of his career, Andre Berto and Conor McGregor, but no, not at all. Ward, I don't know. I mean, he didn't fight Adonis Stevenson. He had a few people he didn't fight, but he fought Kovalev twice. And Jared Anderson needs to come back. I hope he doesn't retire. Well, maybe now there's less pressure. Believe it or not, when you lose, the pressure's off. I don't have to protect this O. Maybe I'll come back with a vengeance. Wilder's built like a basketball player. That's a fact. I'm pretty sure Torres takes Jared's head off. I don't know. Our British boxers beat up all your Rocky movie stars in the USA. Yeah, I suppose so. Lennox KO Tommy Morrison. Yeah. And Tommy had AIDS at that point, man. I remember Lennox was shook. He went and got tested immediately. Yep. Morrison beat him. Morrison legitimately beat Foreman. Foreman was 40-something years old, 45 or whatever he was. Older, maybe. Tonio Tarver was in Rocky 5. Yep. And it was supposed to be Roy Jones. And after Roy lost to Tarver, Wilder should retire, spend time with his family. Yeah, but he's not going to. He's a little, like, no disrespect, but he's a little crazy. I mean, you saw that, how he reacted to the Tyson Fury losses. And ever since then. Below and Creed. Like, yeah. He had what? Huh? How is Magic Johnson still alive? It's called the cocktail. The pills now. It used to be 10, 15 pills a day you had to take. Now it's down to one pill. I don't even know if it's a day. And it keeps the HIV virus completely undetectable in the blood. It keeps it so low. You can't get rid of it, but it keeps it undetectable. So I guess don't need the glove anymore. No need for raincoats. I'm just kidding. I do not condone no glove, no love. Can anybody make it if Magic made it? Anybody can make it if Magic made it. Well, Magic also had more money than Jesus at the time. You know what I'm saying? That helped. And he's the one who sparked a lot of groundbreaking research and all that to help them, them develop that drug. Do a video of when Iverson crossed over Jordan. Yeah, but the thing, Clarissa, that's a 2-second cross. What am I going to talk about that? There has to be more meat in it. What up, Ra? Is that you or is that your kid? It's a cute fucking kid. Half black, half Asian, or all Asian? I can't tell. Filipino? I can't tell. Cute kid though. All right, let me go back. Sorry, I'm a father, so I look at shit like that. Jared is still very good. Got caught with some good shots. Still fundamentally sound. Still strong. Needs to improve. Agreed. Do you think black fighters duck more than other ex? Do you think black fighters duck more than other ex wars? Mayweather. You trying to get me canceled? Having me talk about what black fighters do more than other people? I am not answering that shit. And I don't think a certain race does anything more than another. And I'm not even just saying this to be like politically correct or whatever. In boxing, and I knew this growing up because I grew up in an area where it was like a mix. Matter of fact, less white people. Like, and every boxing gym, you're always a minority if you're white. But in the boxing, nah. Nobody ducks more than, there's no similarities. Now, you do have slight similarities with races. Like Soviets have a certain style. Black fighters will tend to be more slick boxers. Mexicans will tend to, you have certain style because of geographically where people are from. They fight with certain styles. But the mentality of somebody ducking is not. Every race ducks. And then every race also doesn't duck. You should be active. Every fighter gets accused of exactly. She is a smart one. Absolutely true. Black fighters duck. Yep, true. Was Don King as bad as they say? Seems that way. I mean, I never dealt with him. Black fighters duck more punches. Why is the U.S. not producing the heavyweights to use? That's a great question. No idea. Was Don King like Dana White? I don't know much about Dana White. I mean, I saw him slap the shit out of his wife on video. That was like last year. But so did Don King. And Don King was, I think he was convicted of killing somebody. He was like a mob hitman. Don King. He was a like cold-blooded dude. Why do you hate Mexicans? Huh? Heavyweights are in the lucrative sport of basketball and football. Because the best athletes go to basketball or football. Apparently, the football CT is worse than boxing. That's what Fred tells me. Was it 2 people? Okay, I knew it was 1 for sure. And it was like he was working for the mob, right? He was like a hired enforcer. Fucking Don King. Crazy. Crazy, right? I never saw Jerry Maguire all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces. They show me the money thing, but I've never seen it. Just never. I don't like football. And Cuba Gooding Jr. Besides Boys in the Hood, he kind of, eh. And Tom Cruise is fucking annoying. So Don was slippery. 2 murders on his record. Beat 1, I think. There you go. 1 murder was ruled self-defense. There it is. Football is bad, but not like boxing. In the U.S., they think it's worse than boxing. That's only because they've done extensive research. Ah, that makes sense. I'm sure Fred's going to have something to say about this. This is Fred's category. Didn't know Don was... Oh, yeah. 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 Ron Lyle killed 2. What you mean? In the street or in the ring? Who has a better hairstyle, Don or Trump? Don King. Trump shit looks retarded. Oop, I can't say that, can I? I meant reverbed. Who's your favorite character from The Office? I love that movie. I never heard of that movie until I met Wifey. Tia told me about that movie. Who's my favorite character from The Office? Oh, I'm thinking Office Space. My bad. I don't watch that show. Hood Rich, what's up? Where you been? Where do you have Usyk? I don't have him in the top 5. I've arguably in the top 7. He's in the top 7. I don't know, but I arguably have him in the top 5. So he's in the top 7 for sure. And after this fight, his ranks, he's either going to leave at 7 or go higher up in it. I know. My bad. Is Don King's hairstyle kind of like Kid and Play, Eraserhead? Nah, he had a... What was his hairstyle? It looked like just he got caught in a hurricane. Right? It looked like he had a nice, big-ass 70s afro that was like perfectly combed out. And he stepped outside one day because he was visiting his in-laws in Florida, and he got hit by a hurricane, and then he just spray painted it like that and left it. Hurricane head. Ron Lyle was charged for murder and done 7 years. At the end of his career, he shot a man. Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah. Now look at, he got caught in a power line. Yeah, that too. Damn, what? 7. I have him as high as... Hey, man. But arguably, he could be higher. I get it. It depends what your criteria is. I always go over this. Pound for pound criteria all vary from person to person. Yeah. Were you ever outside with your friends dancing like Kid and Play? Yeah. My man Fred here, he had that big ass Kid and Play flat top. Actually, it wasn't that high. Fred had the dope Kid and Play flat top. Don pissed on an electric fence. Yeah, that's good. Let me hear it. Yeah. Look, I just wish I had hair. So fuck it. Remember when Mike Tyson said he had sex with 2 people and both the... Nah, I don't remember that. That's gross though. So I listen was... That's what they say. You ever had to save Fred from getting his ass beat? Nah. I met him when I was older. That wasn't happening back then. I met him when I was like 19. So nah. That shit more happened when you were like when we were in our like from like 12 all the way up to like 18. That kind of shit would happen. And Fred's older than me, so he's like 6 years older than me. 5 years older, I believe, or 6. It's a shame by Mooney Love. It's a shame the way you wrestle around with my heart. It's a shame the way you hurt me. Top 5 comedians that are alive. I don't want to talk about comedy. I'm trying to get away from work doing this. Did you ever dance or rap? I rapped a little bit and I danced, but not like Vanilla Ice and didn't do it a lot. 2 tears in a bucket. Tears in a bucket. Jeremy Williams has hair tattoo on. He used. Yes. You could tell. You caught that. Well, first time I saw it, he came over, right? He was with the girl he was dating. And I'm like, I started laughing. I'm like, how the fuck did you get hair? Then he looked at me and he goes, because she was like, she had her head turned. And I'm like, oh, so then I played off. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then he told me it's a micropigmentation. I thought about getting it. But then I'm like, if I'm making fun of him, that's exactly what I thought about, Joe. I'm like, if I'm making fun of him for having it, how hypocritical is it for me to go get it myself? That's when I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. Yeah, we were grown-ass men. Well, close enough. You were more of a grown-ass man than me. Anyway. All right, people, it's late. I'm going to bounce. You guys are the best. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Keeps it real. Peace.